When I put a ring on her finger, I thought I'd finally made it. 3 years together, steady and sure, and I believed we were unshakable. When I asked her to marry me, she said yes with tears streaming down her face, and in that instant I felt like the most fortunate man alive. Planning the wedding became everything. I poured my time, money, and energy into making it perfect. She told me she wanted one last night out with her friends before the wedding. A final taste of freedom, she called it. I didn't think twice. I trusted her. I figured she deserved to enjoy herself before we stepped into a new life together. I told her to go and stayed home, flipping through channels on the TV. The next morning, everything came crashing down. I woke up to messages from a mutual friend. My hands shook as I opened them. Photo after photo, each one worse than the last. She was wrapped around some guy I'd never seen before. His hands were on her waist. Her head rested against his chest, her smile brighter than I'd seen in months. One shot had them so close they might as well have been kissing. I stared at the screen, numb. My stomach knotted, my chest squeezed. I tried to tell myself it was nothing, that maybe it was innocent. But the way she looked at him in those pictures told the truth. That wasn't fun. That wasn't harmless. That was betrayal. She walked through the door later that morning, glowing. She tossed her purse on the counter and grinned like the night had been pure magic. My throat burned as I asked how it went. Amazing, she said. Just what I needed. I pulled out my phone and slid it across to her. The color drained from her face. Her lips trembled as she stuttered through excuses. It was only dancing. It didn't mean anything. But those images spoke louder than her words. I asked her one thing. Did she think I deserved that? She had no answer. I didn't yell. I didn't smash anything. I just felt hollow. I told her I needed space and walked out. My phone buzzed with her frantic texts, but I ignored them. I drove aimlessly, headlights carving through the roads, trying to process how fast my future had shattered. All day the pictures haunted me. Every time I closed my eyes, there she was, pressed against someone else, like I'd been erased. I thought about all the nights we'd spent building trust, sharing plans, weaving a life together. And in one reckless night, she burned it all down. Friends told me to hear her out, but what excuse could justify it? Even if nothing more happened beyond those photos, the respect was gone. She had humiliated me. She had shown me a glimpse of the life I'd be signing up for if I ignored it. When I finally picked up her call that night, she sobbed and begged. She swore she loved me, begged me not to end it. But love means nothing without respect. Respect is shown when no one's watching. And that night, she showed me exactly where I stood. I told her the wedding was off. She screamed, begged, pleaded, but I didn't move. I knew if I went through with it, I'd spend the rest of my life wondering who she was with when I wasn't there. Trust, once broken, doesn't heal with apologies. The days that followed were brutal. Returning the ring, canceling the plans, explaining to everyone why it was over. But in that heartbreak, there was clarity. Better now than years later, with children involved and even more to lose. I won't lie and say I'm fine. It still hurts. The wound is fresh, and it burns every time I replay it in my head. But I know I chose the only path that would preserve my self-respect. She wanted freedom, and she showed me what her freedom looked like. I gave it to her. She's free now. And me. I'm learning how to breathe again. Piece by piece, I'm putting myself back together. The pain reminds me how deeply I cared, but it also drives me forward into a future where I won't have to doubt my worth. Those photos that once shattered me are now proof. Proof that love without respect is nothing more than performance. I walked off that stage the second I saw the truth. If this story reached you, tap like, drop a comment, and hit the bell icon.